Looking to trade your old bulk for some of the latest Pokemon booster boxes? Well, check ccgcastle.com. The process is very simple. Send in 1400 cards and get a brand new sealed booster box back. We ship boxes worldwide for free once we get your cards. Make sure to check video description or check ccgcastle.com for more information.
Looking to grade your Pokemon cards and you don't know how to do it? Check out Ludkins Collectables and grade your Pokemon cards with zero risk. Check video description or visit ludkinscollectables.com for more. How's it going, Pokefans? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, I'm going to show you my Xerneas break deck list that I actually built this morning. And I'm actually very surprised with the deck performance and how the deck works. It's very powerful, it's very consistent. With 4 Guzmas, you can just catch all of your opponent benched Pokemons in one hit, knock them out with the Xerneas Break live stream. The good thing about Xerneas Break is the fact that you can just trade 1 prize for 2 prize cards if you're just gonna attack with your Xerneas Break and knock out your opponent GX Pokemons in play. So overall, 11 Pokemon, 33 trainer cards, and 16 energies means 60 cards in total for this deck. First of all, I'm going to say if you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check ccgcastle.com, and also if you're looking to grade some of your Pokemon cards, you can also visit ludkinscollectable.com. All informations can be found in my video description. So let's keep going on with the deck. It's very good because with the Geomancy, if you're starting second at your turn 1, you can have 2 extra energies with the Geomancy, which means you can prepare turn 2 your Xerneas Break for the live stream, which can be very huge, especially with the advantage and help of the Choice Band, those double cores energies as well as the max elixirs. So there's plenty of good options that you can run to accelerate your Pokemons pretty fast. Oranguru can help us with instruct to draw cards that we have. 3 Psy can also be used as a attack. 4-3 line of the Xerneas and Xerneas Break, and of course 3 copies of Tapu Lele with the Wonder Tag, Energy Drive, mainly here for the Wonder Tag and the Guzma play, but also for the Energy Drive. In addition to that, of course, I'm running 1 copy of the Field Blower, so basically with a Field Blower I can discard tools for my opponent Pokemons in play. 4 copies of Max Elixirs, which means I can 4 times try to find in the top 6 cards basic Fairy Energy and attach it to one of my benched Pokemons. They needs to be a basic Pokemons. Of course, with 12 energies, there's plenty of good reasons to run 4 Max Elixirs. 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher, pretty much to just grab one of the Pokemons and immediately put him into hand. And in addition to that, 2 Superos, because it's very important to recycle energies in the Pokemon so we can just use more Geomancies and Max Elixirs. 4 Ultra Balls and 2 copies of Fairy Gardens, speaking about Stadium for the free treat. In addition to that, speaking about tool cards, I'm running also 3 copies of Choice Band for extra 30 damage. And of course, 3 copies of XP shares. So once my Pokemon is knocked out, if I have XP share, I can just absorb one of the basic energies from my knock it out active Pokemon, and that energy can be moved to the Pokemon with the XP share, which means by that way I can just simply preserve those energies and damage counters for my another Xerneas Break live stream. Supporter line, 1 copy of Bridget for turn 1 setup, 4 of each Guzma, and Professor Sycamore. Somebody will definitely say you're crazy running 4 Guzmas, but trust me, there's plenty of good reasons running 4 Guzmas and disrupting your opponent by not being able to attack you, mainly because you can choose Guzma in another Xerneas and then just another Xerneas with 1 energy can use Geomancy, and you can have plenty of time to accelerate your Pokemons with plenty of energies until your opponent manages to even take a first prize card against you. So you can just pretty much set up the 1-hit knock against any of your opponent Pokemon in play. 16 energies, which is probably highest amount of energies that I was running in a single deck. So I'm running 4 DCEs and the 12 regular Fairy Energy cards, which means that with 16 energies times 2, we can hit for 350 in total one of our opponent GX or EX Pokemon in play. which means that we can even one-hit knock out Metagross and grab 2 prize cards against him. So that's just insane. At the beginning of the video I mentioned for TCG Castle and Ludkins Collectables. Make sure once again to check my video description for that. So right now I'm just gonna play a couple games so you can see actually this deck in action. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. In the comments below you can always let me know what you think about this deck. So see you in the game. Okay, so looks like I'm gonna start second, which is even better than going first, to be honest, especially with Geomancy. So far, no sign of the basic Pokemon for me at my opening hand. So I'm gonna refresh my hand into these 7 new cards. Let's see what we can find here. Alright, there is one Xerneas. However, nothing else good. I wish there was at least Bridget. Okay, so looks like I'm gonna play against Metagross GX. Already fast setup for my opponent with the Bridget. So he managed to put 3 Belgiums and 1 and Necrozma GX at his turn 1, plus he started with the Vulpix in the front. I guess this is the best possible start for my opponent. Bad thing for me is, of course, that I'm weak under the metal, which means I can be one-hit knocked out easily. He decided also to put Tapu Lele in play. Okay, that was definitely a bad decision for my opponent. He decided to Lele for Sycamore. I'm just wondering why. Why in the world would you do that? There's one copy of Choice Band, unfortunately, almost as useless against my Xerneas deck. But of course, if I have some of the... Oh, I definitely need to play my N. Yeah, let's go with the N. Some of my Tapu Leles can be one-hit knocked out with help of my opponent Choice Band. And right now I just draw into the nothing. So I'm going to do something like this. Into the Bridget, of course. Whew, what a bad hand. I'm putting my Tapu Lele on the bench. Of course, for the Bridget. And I'm also gonna put one of my XP shares down. So this is gonna be just Geomancy at this moment for only 1 energy. Very slow start for me. I didn't want to discard so many valuable resources, so many energies and XP shares, so I decided to go with the N, and it turns out to be a pretty bad idea. There is already 1 Guzma for my opponent. Okay, that Guzma is not super effective. I can definitely say that, because I can easily retreat, paying that energy retreat cost, plus my opponent lost 1 of his Guzmas. I'm actually happy with that. I'm actually happy to see that he lost 1 of his Guzmas. Metang and Metagross in my opponent's hand. Bridget. Let's go with 1 Bridget play. Alright. A Choice Band play. Instruct maybe for possible Ultra Ball. Yeah, I guess I can play Ultra Ball right now to grab something else, but I'm just gonna skip that. So let's go with another round of the Geomancy for extra energy attachment. Of course, for the next turn, I'm gonna Ultra Ball into the Xerneas break, energy attach, and then instruct for 3. I can even go for the one-hit knock against one of my opponent Metangs, which is also not bad idea, to be honest. I think I can even do that. I need to think twice about doing that. Alright, so there is the first Metagross for my opponent in play. There we go. First Metagross, which means he can attach one of the energies if he wants. Okay, there is the first field blower. I'm gonna lose one of my choice bands and XP shares. Well, it is how it is. One Guzma and one field blower played for my opponent. There is one metal energy. So he might just looking forward to retreat, and no, he decided to beacon. Okay, fair enough. Another Metang and another Metagross. Double cores energy. Okay, let's just attach that double cores energy, but looks like I have a little bit laggy here. First Xerneas break for me. Then instruct for 3. Alright, there is a Guzma. I guess I can slow a little bit my opponent, but not too much, by playing the Guzma down to his Tapu Lele. And I'm actually going to do this. Alright, so another round of the Geomancy for 2 more Fairy Energies. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 energies. That's 160. That's not even close for the one-hit knock against Metagross, but still it's 160. Decided to Guzma his Lele, so technically he cannot go for the one-hit knock against my Xerneas without Guzma, without playing another Guzma. Alright, I have 2 Fairy Energies in my discard pile. So far, so good. I managed to delay my opponent attack, so he's not going to be able to attack me with his Tapu Lele. He can probably just try to knock me out with Necrozma, but that's also not going to be possible. He decided to retreat back to his Vulpix. Oh, so the best possible gift for me was N. There is no question about it. If I can find a couple max elixirs and some of the double cores energies, I might be able even to go for the one-hit knock against that Metagross. It turns out that that's not going to happen, but at least I have Guzma available in my hand. With the Guzma, I can definitely take one-hit knock against one of my opponent Pokemons and let it be one of his Tapu Leles for now. I'm also gonna get rid of the field blower from my hand. So yeah, no question about it. Live stream for 200. I'm taking first 2 prize cards here. I definitely need choice band. No question about that. Just the Xerneas. Okay, even that is not bad. So I'm definitely 2 prize cards ahead of my opponent, which is a big thing. He finally will have 3 Metagrosses in play, but it took him a lot. It took him a lot to set up 3 Metagrosses in play, and he didn't even take a single prize card. On the other side, if he decides to attack, I'm gonna lose 2 energies, which is minus 40 damage counters. There is another Rescue Stretcher, which is for Tapu Lele. This Tapu Lele play might be even for Guzma and 3 energy knockout against my Oranguru. That would be even worse for me, to be honest. Okay, get attack system. So he can power up 2 of his energies and then knock out my Xerneas break. So I definitely need to find a way to get max elixir and choice band to just one-hit knock out my opponent Metagross. Of course, I'm gonna need a lot of the cards here. But I do have a lot of cards to play. That's the good thing. Okay, let's just promote Xerneas for now in the front. Let's start by playing something like a Rescue Stretcher into the Xerneas Break. Alright, so I'm gonna put my Xerneas Break in play, as well as the double Cores Energy. Then I'm gonna toss my Sycamore for 7, hoping to find Super Rod, Choice Band, and a couple Max Elixirs. Oh, there is a Super Rod play. There is also a XP Share, a Ultra Ball. So I'm gonna put that Tapu Lele on the bench. There is no question about it. But I'm not gonna take Supporter card. Just because I can play my Max Elixir and I can hit that energy. By hitting that energy, I can also instruct for 2. So it's very important right now to hit that Choice Band or the game is over. No sign of the Choice Band, but however, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I guess I can hit for like 240, but that's not gonna be enough, unfortunately, for the one-hit knockout against my opponent Metagross GX, which means he can easily retreat and knock out my Xerneas. 240. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You gotta be kidding me. I didn't hit what I was looking for, and I guess the literally best thing I can do, he have Tapu Lele available for the Guzma. There is no question about that. So I'm gonna definitely go with my live stream. That's literally all I can do. I definitely need to hit for 240. I'm short for like a 10, so yeah. If that was a knockout, that would be pretty much a GG, but it's not. So yeah, I also have only one Sycamore left. It's gonna be a shiny miracle to hit that Sycamore. Still, if he don't have Max Potion, and if I can find Guzma, I can definitely knock him out. So another Metagross will just melt my... Oh, he decided to knock out my Oranguru. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, there's a Max Potion, so I'm gonna lose... Yeah, as long as I have actually that XP share, it's okay, because I can recover... How many max elixirs do I have? 2 more max elixirs. How many energies in my discard pile? 2 of them. I still have 1 super rod left. Yeah, but I'm not gonna have that instruct, so I'm gonna depend a lot by the top deck. Yeah, I guess I can hope for the best as a top deck. Giga Hammer for 150. I can recycle 1 of those energies. And I can promote my Xerneas as well in the front. So I need Miracle here, and the Miracle is Guzma. Oh, that Guzma can allow me to go for 2 more prize cards. Which I'm definitely gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 240. Well, I guess I don't have another option there. Then took 2 prize cards against my opponent, Necrozma GX, knocking him for 240 and trying to find a way to one-hit knockout. Oh, no way. 3 energies in my hand. This is like a nightmare. Still, he needs to find a way to take 4 prize cards, but it's not gonna be hard for my opponent to do that. I guess I could even maybe just try to stall a little bit by maybe Lysandering his another Metagross and then hitting him with my Tapu Lele for like a 60, and he didn't find a single energy card, so that would be much better option actually. So I lost also one XP share right now, and also my Fairy Garden, but I'm also gonna lose my Xerneas. How many max potions my opponent lost here? I guess a lot. Only, yeah, 2 of them. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. I guess I'm gonna promote my Xerneas in the front and hope for Sycamore as a top deck. Okay, so this Sycamore might be game here, might not, so I need Choice Band, Xerneas Break. Okay, so there is a Super Road, which means I can recover something like this. I do have Choice Band play. I do have also my Tapu Lele play, which I can definitely play. Extra energy. And of course Ultra Ball for that Xerneas break. So that should be enough for the knockout. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 250 with the live stream for the game against Mighty Metagross. Actually 270, so that was even hot. 2 Xerneas breaks for a prize, but I managed to win a game against my opponent in a big fashion. So that's the GG, my friends. That's the game for me. Xerneas break, definitely the MVP with 950 damage counters dealt. That's just insane. Alright, so looks like I won the coin flip and I have the opportunity to start first. It's always nice to go first. Unfortunately, no sign of the basic Pokemon in my opening hand. It would be pretty decent opening hand if there was, for example, one Xerneas. I could go with the Ultra Ball for the Bridget down to the Tapu Lele, of course, and then Max Elixir and Super Rod play, and have for the next turn something like N for the fresh hand of 6. That didn't happen, but right now I managed to pull 3 Xerneases. Well, this is pretty cool. Definitely because I also have Tapu Lele in hand, which means I can grab myself N, or maybe Sycamore for 7. I think any of these 2 options are good, but probably I'm just gonna go with my N. So let's just play the Tapu Lele. Turn 1 Tapu Lele into the N. Alright, 2 more Tapu Leles left. It's very important to get as many energy as you can at your turn 1, so finding those max elixirs is very important. But unfortunately, yeah, I managed to draw pretty much nothing. So my turn is end. For the next turn I can use Geomancy, of course. I can attach a couple energies down to my Tapu Lele, and Xerneas is on the bench. But more than that, that's it. The first strong energy, which means that he can hit me with the corner and I'm not going to be able to retreat. However, on the other side is a 1 Nazball played for maybe another Rock Roof, maybe even for Oranguru, maybe even for Remoraid. It will depend on the strategy of my opponent deck. Well, it is for the Oranguru. Alright, I wish I had one on my bench, but unfortunately I don't have. And he decided to hit me with the corner. Alright, so that's it. Let's go first with something like this. Geomancy into 2 more Fairy energies. At least I can, you know, thin my deck by playing those Geomancies and having greater chance to find another supporter card for draw. Okay. 2 retreat cost is a little bit high retreat. So basically I cannot retreat down to my Lele and knocks out my opponent Rock Roof. Unfortunately for him, he hit the tails on the coin flip. And I just managed to top deck another Fairy Energy card, which means I'm gonna go with just one. Actually, let's go with 2 Geomancies. 2 more Geomancies, and I already have like 8 energies. That's 160. Not enough for the one-hit knockout against Lycanroc GX because it's 200 HP. But still, it's a lot of damage counters anyways. So there is a Flowstone, and he decided to keep that Rockruff in the front. Can he find a way to play maybe Sycamore? Oh, there's Olympia down to Carbink, and looks like the turn for my opponent will be over right now. Okay, just another Max Elixir. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do something like this. Nope. Another Geomancy. Adding a couple more energies, but that's it. I should actually retreat. Hitting him for 100 would be a much better option to do. But I'm just wondering, where are my supporter cards? Even Ultra Ball for me would be nice. Even Ultra Ball would be nice, that's for sure. So there's a first Carbink break in play for my opponent right now. He can even search his deck for another finding Pokemon with the Brooklet Hill, so he can easily grab himself another Rockruff, put him on the bench, attach energy for Diamond Gift, hit me for like a 20, and just attach 2 more energies down to his Rockruff on the bench, maybe even 2 Oranguru. But of course he decided to go for the Rockruff. Well, I'm gonna say pretty nice top deck here, which is Tapu Lele into the Guzma. And finally, right now, I have that option to strike my opponent Rockruff for the one-hit knockout with my Xerneas. And of course, I'm gonna do that. So I'm hitting with my Rainbow Spear for 100. More than enough for the knockout. Grabbing the first prize card in the game, which is Professor Sycamore. Okay, at this point of the game, Professor Sycamore not good at all. I can definitely tell that. I'm also short for like 10, knocking out his Carbink break. I do have a lot of energies available in play. There is another Rockruff for my opponent. I wish I can find another Guzma maybe just to go for the one-hit knockout against his other Rockruff. As long as he had a Diamond Gift, he can easily recover energies and attach them to another Rockruff on the bench. And with that Stadium, he can easily recover them. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Guessing the situation, I'm gonna do something like this. Oh, there is one copy of the N. I'm gonna attach extra energy probably on my Lele, but that's a little bit scary and dangerous. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. I'm not sure if that's worth to do, but still, I'm gonna go with something like this. I'm gonna retreat, paying 2 energy retreat cost, playing one of my Super Rods, shuffling back 3 of my energies into my deck, and then playing that M. And of course, knocking out his Carbink with my Tapu Lele. Alright, I even managed to find that Xerneas break, which I'm not gonna attempt to play right now. Or I can actually play him. Why not? Alright, so this is Energy Drive for 120. Taking another prize card. I know I shouldn't do that. I know I should just play N and hope for Xerneas break. I'm still hoping for another Guzma so I can just go for the knockout against his Rockruff on the bench. There's another Nazball, and it's for another Regirock. Okay, so can he find a way to find that Lycanroc finally and put him into play? I guess if he missed Lycanroc this turn, the game is probably over for him. So my opponent definitely needs it, desperately. There is Nazball. And he decided to take the Carbink with the Nazball and put him on the bench. Alright, so I'm already 2 prize cards ahead. All I really need is just focusing 2 of Regirock's for the one-hit knockout at this point of the game. This is Professor Sycamore for 7, so he lost one of his Guzmas, but if he played the Lycanroc with the ability Bloodthirsty Eyes, he can always just swap one of my benched Pokemons with my active Pokemon when he evolved, but so far I still don't see the single Lycanroc in play for my opponent, which means that my Tapu Lele will probably survive this turn. There is a Flowstone that I was talking about, and he decided to retreat down to the Carbink. Oh, that's pretty bad for my opponent. At this point of the game, he is definitely in a very bad position. I can definitely say that. I'm gonna go with one of my Ultra Balls there, no question about it. And I'm not gonna Lysander his or Guzma his Rockruff on the bench. I'm just gonna go with something like this. I'm gonna first go with my Instruct for 2, so I might get lucky and find Guzma. Nope, that's not gonna happen, but I do have Max Elixir for another energy card. I also have another Xerneas break as well, and then Professor Sycamore for 7. At this point of the game, I don't see how my opponent can recover from this position. There is another Max Elixir for another energy card. And all I really need to do is simply retreat down to my Xerneas by paying 1 energy and knocking out his Carbink. So let's go with the live stream for 240. This is almost enough for the one-hit knockout against Metagross, for example, who's 250 HP. Alright, so will there be a finally Lycanroc for my opponent in play? We shall see. If he can knock out my Tapu Lele, he can get rid of 4 energies, which means he can reduce the damage for 240 down to 160, which means I'm gonna need 1 double Course energy to recover from this. But he decided to concede the game, so that's it. That's the GG.